Hey, Jalen, how you doing? We heard it was a big day for the defense. I think Kyle said you had a fumble recovery. Just what do you think of the defensive play and getting all those turnovers? How'd that make you guys feel?
I think it hyped us up a lot. It gave us a lot of confidence. After last week's scrimmage, I don't think we were at our best performance. So I think we were coming into scrimmage to make a statement to to get basically set the standard for our defense. Coach Odom always talks about our bottom line, which is knowing our assignments, having energy, enthusiasm, being tough and physical, and being successful competitors. And I feel like today that's what we did. We just played really hard and we just strained, That's all we talked about, just strain and play hard, and the plays are going to come. And we had a lot of plays made today. And I'm just proud of our defense, from the D-line, linebackers to the defensive backs. I mean, we played really hard, and it was just a great day for defense for sure.
Scotty.
Jalen, earlier in the week, Coach Pittman said that you'd been cleared to practice and would be cleared to go fully for the scrimmage. I guess just how are you feeling physically, and how's that knee holding up?
Knee's doing good. Physically, I feel great. Just glad to be back out there with my guys and working hard and being with them and just being back on the field, just doing what I love. And, tired right now, but, overall I feel pretty good as my body and all of that. And I'm just ready to rest up and get after it again next week.
Tom?
Yeah, Jalen, who's getting it done at safety right now? I'm writing about you guys on Sunday, so good fresh update would be nice.
Really all our guys are doing good. Coach Odom's making a great rotation. I'm not going to really say what the depth chart is. That's his call, but I feel like every guy is stepping up and doing their job right now and just striving within the defense and just making a statement right now from the top to the bottom. I feel like everyone, the younger guys are also stepping up and doing their part and making it hard for the offense and some practice, all that, but they're doing their job. And I'm proud of them. I'm proud of my DB group for everything they're doing. And I feel like everyone's just striving and just doing their best in the defense, and everyone's doing their part.
Hutch.
Yeah, Jalen, Kyle told us that you recovered a fumble that Fouché stripped. Could you maybe tell us a little bit more what happened on that play? What kind of unfolded?
I'm really trying to remember. I can't recall. All I know is that Joe came and hit, and the ball was on the ground, and I rolled over and got it. So I can't really remember who was running it or what happened or anything like that, but I just know Joe laid a big hit, and the ball was on the ground, and my instinct just recovered it, and that's what happened. So, yeah, it was a really good play for the defense, and, Joe brought the boom and, had to recover the ball. So, but it was a good play by Joe, and it was a great play by defense, too, for straining and doing their part. So, I was proud of Joe and proud of defense.
Trey Biddy.
Yeah, Jalen, when we talked to you in the spring, you said you were studying, the high safety spots, you were studying middle safety, just all kinds of different stuff. And coaches said you were actually working some nickel too. I was wondering where all you lined up today. And it sounds like, just talking with Coach Odom, it just sounds like there's so many different things that you guys have to remember.
Yeah, Coach really emphasizes that everyone knows all the positions because you never know what's going to happen, especially the situation we're in now with this COVID situation. You never know. A guy might get knocked down with COVID and you got to play this position, or next week he might play this position. So he really emphasized that everyone knows all the positions because you never know what's going to happen. So I feel like as a group, everyone knows what they're doing at every position. I feel like everyone's playing every position. You can play middle safety one day. You might end up playing boundary safety one day. You might end up playing strong safety. One day you might play nickel, or a nickel might end up playing corner. It just all depends, That's what he really emphasized, that our defense can be flexible, and we have to be flexible guys too. We have to make sure we know the whole defense inside out because you never know what's going to happen and you never know where you're going to end up playing at. So you have to make sure you know it all. But he's doing a really great job of really breaking down the defense so that we understand and are able to play at a high level. And I'm just glad to have him as my DC for sure because he holds accountable and he really teaches and knows his stuff. So I'm glad to have him.
Nate?
I know, Jalen, the coaches really bragged a lot on Jerry Jacobs at the start of the preseason. How did he fare in the scrimmage, and just how's he done this last week?
Jerry's a baller. You can tell Jerry has the experience. Every day he brings it. You can tell the receivers have a lot of respect for his game, and I have a lot of respect for his game. I know the defense looks at that and can look at that as motivation to play hard because he's going to bring it every single time he's on the field. But I'm just glad to have him on the team, and I'm glad to have what he brings to the table because he's a baller. So nothing but respect and great things about him. And I'm just glad that he's on our defense and our back end for sure.
All right, round two. Bob.
Yeah, it's kind of been a weird camp because school's starting, but I guess you guys are probably taking classes virtually. But just, are you guys hitting any kind of wall, or kind of what's the mindset 3 weeks in? Now it's just 2 weeks until the Georgia game now.
I think everyone knows the goal that we have, and that's to get to Georgia with as many guys as we can. So, Coach always stressed that we're grown men, so we get to make the decision. Do we want to play Georgia or do we not? So I think everyone's sacrificing that and making sure that they take the precautions needed so that we can get to that game with as many guys as we can. And I think we're doing a great job with the situation as far as leading, making sure everyone's masked up in the building, even outside the building, and making sure we stay 6 feet apart as much as possible and making sure we clean our areas. So I feel like everyone's locked in and knows everybody has a goal. And the goal is to get to game one with everyone that we have. And I'm just proud of the steps we've taken from day one to now. And I feel like we handled the situation really well as a team. I feel like the coach has done a great job emphasizing keeping everything safe and keeping everything clean. And our faculty staff here too also doing a great job of making sure everything's cleaned up. Everything is sanitized down to top to bottom. So it's a really safe place here and I enjoy it.
Scotty.
Jalen, is there any young guys in the secondary that's been catching your eye so far?
Miles Slusher's a baller. I mean, he picks up on you can tell he knows the game. You can tell when someone played the game for so long, and that's him. He knows the game and stuff like that. And every day you can see him progress and get better and better each day. Also, Ja'Cory Turner is doing a great job for us too at Nickel's spot, and you can see his progression also every single day. And I mean, today, I saw him really like strive to the next level of him playing. And there's great things down the road for him and also for Miles. And I'm just glad they're on our defense and, I make sure that they're good every single day. They have questions they can ask me and stuff like that. I take them under my wing. But I mean, as far as them being here for as long as they have, they picked up on everything pretty fast. And you can tell that they know the game and they're playing at a high level. So proud of those guys as well. And I'm glad they're on my team.
Tom?
Jalen, from a big picture standpoint, Sam is a first-year head coach, and since mid-March till now, nothing's gone maybe as scripted. And I'm wondering what you think of how he has guided the staff and the players through everything that's happened. Even to the point where you guys got given Florida and Georgia, the toughest draw you could have gotten from the East, how he's handled everything that's been thrown at him as a first-year head coach.
I think he's handled it great. The one thing he said when he first got here, he was like, the only thing that we're going to have to do is just go to work. And that's what we've been doing since day one. It's just been working. We're not worried about this or that. We're worried about the Arkansas Razorbacks and how can we progress and be the best team we can be each and every day. And you can see that in practices too. It's fast. Transition has to be fast. Everything has to be fast because the standard's high for us. That's what he holds us to, is a high standard. And I felt like he's motivated us to want to go and be everything we have. And you can see that from the offense standpoint and a defensive standpoint. And I'm glad he's my head coach because he's real. What you see is what you get. And I think he's handled the situation as well as any head coach can. And I'm just blessed that he's our head coach.
Hutch.
Yeah, Jalen, you've had some pretty bad luck with injuries throughout your career. When you had the little knee thing that happened earlier in camp, what was your reaction? Were you worried that it would be more severe, and how thankful were you that you were able to come back so quickly?
With my faith, I left it in God's hands. I said, I trust him. I know he has a plan. I know I'm going to follow it. So I did that and found out it wasn't that serious as I thought it was going to be. Ended up being a minor, and I was able to get back in a week and be out there ball again. And I give it to my training staff as well for taking really good care of me, making sure I was here for my treatments every single day, and just really doing a great job of getting me back to 100% and getting back on the field as healthy and explosive as I can be. So hats off to them too. But I wasn't really too worried. I think once I realized that I was able to walk still and all that, I was good. So I wasn't too worried. I was just ready to take the precautions that I needed and be able to get back. And I was able to get back within a week and a half span. So, I'm blessed, and I'm glad I'm back on the field and glad I'm back to ball with my brothers.
Hey, Biddy.
Jalen, we're going to talk to Trey Knox after you here, and I was curious. You've gone up against him a lot the last couple of years, I assume. So, what are your thoughts on Trey? What has he improved on from last year to this year? Just your general take on him.
I think what he's improved on the most was just the catch. After the catch, I felt like he's doing a great job of knowing that he actually is explosive. I mean, his size, he's so big, he's so explosive, and he's smart too. I mean, you can tell he's played the game, played the receiver position so long. And I think he's done a really great job of just catching the ball and doing stuff after it too. I don't think you consider him a possession catcher anymore. I feel like he can do some stuff after catching it too. And I think that's the most underrated part about his game. But I mean, Trey is really great for us because he gives us that challenge every single practice because he's going to bring his A game every single time, and you have to bring yours too, or else you're going to get exposed. But I mean, I'm glad he's on our team. I'm glad he's our receiver because he brings it and he helps us out every single day and makes us a better DB position group each and every day.
Nate?
I'm good, Kyle.
All right, that's going to wrap us up with Jalen, and we've got Trey up next.